I let my 6-year-old son order dinner for the table. He negotiated a free dessert, roasted my wine choices, and left the waiter speechless. My 6-year-old son, Adam, has been running restaurant simulations out of our living room for 3 months. Not playing restaurant, running it. He takes orders from stuffed animals on a notepad. He assigns seating based on temperament compatibility. He once moved his sister's teddy bear to a separate table because it was disrupting the dining experience for adjacent guests. I treated this as a phase. It is not a phase. It is apparently vocational training. Last Saturday, my wife and I took the kids to a mid-range Italian restaurant. White tablecloths, cloth napkins. The kind of place where you pretend to read the wine list even though you already know what you're ordering. Adam sat down, unfolded his napkin across his lap, and asked a question that should have been my first warning. Can I handle the table tonight? I expected him to point at the kids' menu and request chicken tenders. My wife shrugged. I nodded. What followed was the most operationally precise restaurant ordering I have ever witnessed from any human being, including adults. The waiter approached. Adam made eye contact, not the fleeting kind, the sustained boardroom kind, folded his hands on the table, and opened. We'll start with the bruschetta. We need it quickly because my 4-year-old sister is a flight risk, and if she starts crying, it damages the acoustics for your surrounding tables. Speed is in everyone's interest here. The waiter's pen stopped moving. He looked at me. I offered nothing. Adam continued. My mother will have the salmon. She's been talking about it since the parking lot, so that decision is locked. My father will order the steak medium, but he actually means medium rare. I've watched him send it back twice at 2 different restaurants. Just bring him the medium rare and save everyone a round trip. I slowly closed my menu. He was right, both times. My sister gets the plain pasta. No green things. Green things are not the issue. Proximity to sauce is the issue. If it touches sauce, we enter a negotiation cycle none of us want. Clean pasta, butter only. He glanced at the wine list, then at us. Just bring them the house red. They stare at the list for 5 minutes to look sophisticated, but they always panic and order the second cheapest bottle, which is statistically always the house red anyway. Let's skip the theater. My wife pressed her lips together. I set the wine list down. He had our behavioral data entirely mapped. The waiter, a professional man in his 30s who has almost certainly dealt with difficult customers, was now writing furiously and nodding at a 6-year-old like he was receiving instructions from a regional director. The meal arrived. Everything was correct. The bruschetta came fast. My sister didn't cry. My steak was medium rare. Nobody had to send anything back. Then came dessert. Adam studied the menu. He counted heads at our table. Then he flagged the waiter. We have 4 people. If we order 3 desserts, someone is excluded. That's a resource allocation issue on our end, but it creates a negative dining experience, which reflects on your establishment. So here's my proposal. We order 3 desserts at full price. The kitchen comps the 4th. Everybody wins. The table's happy. Your ticket average stays high. The waiter looked at him. Looked at me. I was not going to help. Let me check with the kitchen. He returned 2 minutes later. The chef says the 4th dessert is on the house. Adam nodded. Smart decision. Thank the chef. 4 desserts arrived. Adam had ordered himself a lamb chop for his main course, not from the kids' menu. And as the plates were cleared, he stopped the waiter. Tell the chef the lamb was excellent. The sear was clean and the seasoning was well balanced. The rosemary could have been about 10% more aggressive, but I respect the restraint. It shows discipline. The waiter wrote it down. He wrote down a 6-year-old's culinary critique on his service pad. The bill arrived. Adam looked at it. He asked me what 20% of the total was. I told him. He shook his head. Make it 30%. Why? Because when the waiter brought my sister's pasta, there was a parsley garnish on the plate. He saw her face, removed it without saying a word, and brought it back clean. He identified a stakeholder risk and resolved it silently, without escalation. That's exceptional crisis management. 30%. I tipped 30%. Before we left, the waiter kneeled down to Adam's eye level. Are you a food critic? Adam straightened his collar. No, this was market research.